Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Creative Connect. This is episode 4. I'm Kopanela Kwati, and today I am joined by one of South Africa's favorite youth actors. We fell in love with him with his wonderful role play of Langa on Gomorrah. And so, Siya Xaba, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I've been wanting to have this interview with you. You can check your DMs.
Yeah. No, but like, thank goodness Gausi reached out.
Yes.
And I know we were meant to do this a while back,
but time allows now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I mentioned that you started out as a child actor. And we're just going to get started out.
Sure.
But at that, you were 9 years old, right? When you started roundabout.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm 9. Yeah.
At that time, did you know what acting was, or were you just doing it because, okay, I've seen other kids do this, let me do it as well?
I still don't know what acting is, and I hope I never know what it is, to be very honest. Because I have been asked that question a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what is acting? And I'm just like, hey, dude, I don't know. I just get there and I do the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
it just comes naturally.
Yeah. It's a very hard thing to explain for me personally. Maybe some other people have some explanations for it.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of how it started when I was that age, it was around about 5 when I decided I wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
And I used to think it was candid camera.
Okay.
You know, and if your life was interesting enough, people had secret cameras watching you, and then you'd be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So like every day I'd go out into my back garden, try and make my life interesting, play a whole bunch of characters, and then come and sit at the TV and be like...
So is that like an exercise in a way?
I guess so, yeah. Without knowing, yeah.
And from when you started and where you are right now, what would you say, what have you been enjoying the most about your career?
Interesting. I guess like when I'm being exposed to a lot more that's happening, not just as an actor, but you know, things that are happening behind the scenes, the industry as a whole. Because when I was younger, it was just get onto set, do the thing, and you know, leave. But now, you know, you making more connections and more friendships and more relationships with people that work around you. So I think that's been the part that I've been enjoying the most so far. Yeah.
And just piggybacking off of that, you said making friendships. So apart from the work, what else? Like, what are the best parts to this industry for you that you've experienced?
For me, I don't know. Like, I guess for me, it's watching. Because I've always loved watching movies and watching television. Not television as much these days, but just being able to, you know, I know somebody, I know how they think and how they work, and then I go and watch them on TV or watch their work. That's been really, really dope to experience. So yeah, I'd say that.
Do you watch yourself?
From time to time,
and
not always.
And how do you feel when you watch? What's the reason for you watching?
I'll watch just so I can critique and learn from certain things. But what I hate more than watching myself is hearing myself.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Whenever I have to watch these before posting them, just like, was that the choice?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you talk to any difficulties you faced dealing with, you know, not getting a particular role as a child actor?
So I would say I got quite lucky that my first year I had an agent. I was about 8 years old, and I went to every audition under the sun. Like probably like, let me try not to over exaggerate, like 40 auditions in a year, and I got very close to most of them.
Okay.
But I always heard no. Right, and like
every single one.
Every single one that year. Every single one.
Yeah.
But I think that was really, really important because I started to understand that you're not in control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so my mentality towards audition shifted completely. Like, you know, I go into an audition, I do my thing, and then I leave, and then it's very frustrating for my family sometimes because they'll be like, "How was the audition?" I'm like, "I don't know."
We'll see when it comes.
We'll see.
And that was actually the next question. How has your auditioning process from when you were a child and now changed? But also adding on to that, your process to preparing for a character, has it changed from when you were a child actor to now?
It changes from every single project, to be very honest. I know a lot of actors do have their own process and how they do things. I don't have that yet. which is great, and I'm enjoying that because, like, you know, I steal from everybody that I work with.
Yeah.
As much as possible, and maybe one day I'll have my own process.
Yeah.
But I still hope that I don't, because
Okay.
it's nice still playing around with a lot of things. And in terms of how I feel about auditions these days, auditioning has become my favorite part of acting because I can't be wrong.
Could you please elaborate on that?
So, like, a lot of the times, you know, you'll get a brief and they'll give you a character description of how they might want to do it and whatnot. But you know, you obviously make your own choices as an actor and whatnot, but I can't be wrong because I'm going in there, I'm giving you my interpretation of it, and then, you know, you might give me a couple of notes after that, and then I walk out, and if you like it, you like it. You know, it's not like, if not, not, you know, but compared to where you're on set, you've kind of built the character.
Yeah.
You have the story. There, you can be wrong in certain places.
Yeah.
Even though wrong is not a word that we want to use a lot, but yeah, there's no pressure in an audition. I can do whatever I want, essentially, and then walk out and not feel anything, which is great.
Isn't that also because you've done it so many times that now it's just like a part of your routine as an actor now?
What do you mean by that?
Like, as you said, when you were a child actor, you went like into 40. So now it's like they don't phase you anymore. Oh, just another audition. Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And also, but from time to time, there are those characters that in stories where you're like, okay, I kind of do care about this one a little bit more. And, you know, once I walk out the room, I'm like,
I hope I got that one.
yeah, you know, and I'm kind of counting down the days. I'm like, am I going to hear about it or not? You know, I've had a couple of those ones that have gotten away and some that I've gotten, which is great. But yeah, it's been an awesome journey, and I think it's going to get more and more interesting.
And now, just to go back in time again, when you were a child, I'm sure there are many people like, this industry is this, so many words of advice. Are there some that you feel like you should have paid attention to when you were a child actor, because now you've started to see, oh, this is what they meant by that?
I'm trying to think.
Give it a think.
Yeah, because I was thinking about this earlier. Well, there was one piece of advice. I think it was more of a test, actually. I was probably about 12 years old, and one actor, really, really great actor, he was telling me everything bad about the industry. He was like, nah, you don't want to do this, da-da-da, shit, da-da-da, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, I kind of hear that, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, we actually had quite a nice relationship because he was like, okay, cool. You kind of want to be around, even though it's going to be shit. Because I believe, like, with everything, you know, there are pros and cons to whatever, whether you want to be an accountant or whatever. But if you're willing to accept the T's and C's and you're going to be happy with it, and then you have to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not everything's going to be perfect.
And I just want to know, if it wasn't acting, what would you have done? Which career would have been for you, do you think?
Yeah, I think about this all the time.
All the time. And you can't get an answer.
No, because like if I'm not an actor, I would have been a director, and if I wasn't going to be a director, I would have been a cinematographer. If I wasn't a cinematographer,
So it's just this industry.
Yeah, I like it.
Really?
I like it a lot.
Not a teacher or something.
No, like I was quite good with numbers. I could have been an account. Like my accounting marks were really good.
Was that
I
your
really
favorite
liked.
subject? Was that your favorite subject?
No, my favorite subject was biology and history.
Not biology for me. History,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Like I dropped accounting in grade 9 because I was just like, I'm shutting that door down immediately. But I did AP Maths, which is quite cool.
Cool.
But then I got bored, so I dropped out of that, and it was hard. I won't even lie. AP Maths did show flames. For sure.
Math is not my thing at all. That's why I'm doing this. And then, are there any normal experiences that a child should have had that you feel like being in this industry from when you are so young took away?
Hell no.
No.
I had the most normal childhood you could possibly imagine. I was a very busy kid. Like, you know, I'd finish school, go to cricket practice. After cricket practice, I was at football practice. You know, see my friends every day, every weekend. Like one of my best friends, we'd go to his house after school every single day. It was just like every now and then I was like, oh, cheers guys, I'll see you guys in a month.
And then I know you had tutors sometimes on set.
So shout out Nani Taylor.
Hello.
Yeah.
Were you in between school, or was it just you were at school and when you needed to work, the tutor was there with you?
Yeah. So I was in a normal school, a traditional school, and then when I'd go onto set, I'd have my tutor with me. But what was funny was that you would think that the workload, like being on set, having to do school, my marks would drop. They actually skyrocketed
Is it?
because I was happy.
Okay. Yeah.
And then when I was in school, I was bored.
And did kids not treat you any type of, oh, you think you're on TV?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Wow. I think most child stars will have that experience that I was bullied, but good to know that you've had.
I think it was interesting, like because I noticed the shift once I left school because everybody's like, yeah, no, Siya acts.
Yeah.
And I was like, when you're in school, I'm like, oh, Siya acts. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then we just continue on, and then like once we finish school, people were like, oh shit.
And did you do drama at school?
Siya acts.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do drama at school.
Did they want you to?
Well, in high school, I did it in primary school. In high school, actually, our drama teacher, Mr. Rabi, he's cool. He used to be an actor on Igoli.
Okay.
He had asked me, we were doing Grease, and I auditioned, got into it, and he sat me down. And he was like, hey, man, are you going to be here? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, I don't think you should commit to it then.
That was a good decision.
Yeah, it was a great decision. Like I knew exactly where he was coming from, and he was just like, "Hey, man, I don't want to lock you in for 6 months and then you get a job and then you can't do it because you're here." So yeah, I didn't do any drama after primary school at all. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now we're gonna step away from the questions bit.
Oui.
We're gonna play the game. It's called the guessing game.
Oui.
A friend of mine wrote down a few things on a piece of paper, and basically you're just gonna have to take out and then describe to me, and then hopefully I'll get it. I don't think I will. Within 30 seconds. So I'll get started.
Okay.
So let's just get 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay. I'm glad we aren't playing actual 30 seconds with people, or else friendships would end.
That's me. Cool. Oh my goodness. Article.
The
King of Pop.
Michael Jackson?
And
The Jackson 5.
Yes, there you go. Now it's your turn.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let me get the
Okay. I'm not looking. Tell me when you go.
and go.
It is an Asian country, the most common Asian country that we know.
Asia, North Korea.
Okay, no,
South
actually,
Korea?
I love you long time.
No, India. I don't know. I'm exposing myself.
It's a holiday destination that a lot of people go to in Asia. No, in Asia.
In Asia.
Is Dubai in Asia?
No, it's not. Oh my gosh.
No.
No, I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Damn. How do I describe
And
this?
that's 30 seconds.
Cool.
What was it?
Thailand. I feel like everybody goes to Thailand on holiday, right?
Oh yeah. I'm exposing myself, and that's okay. We're gonna go again. So you have 1 point right now. I'm on 0.
Okay. No, that was also my fault. I'm sorry.
No. And there we go. It's the new thing that all the moms, all the wives are buying because you just need to have her in your kitchen. It cook. It's not a pressure cooker.
Oh, it's air fryer.
Yes.
I was about to say a Dyson.
No.
Cool.
And you're
Okay. Fantastic. Cool.
ready.
And go.
Go.
Oh wow. Telecommunication.
A cell phone. A cell phone. My
What phone is that?
It's not an iPhone.
Okay, but yes, that's the first word.
It's
The latest one.
15, iPhone 15, iPhone 14,
And then
the iPhone 14.
no, like the maximum one that you can get.
Oh,
like the
iPhone
best-
14 Pro
There we go.
or Pro Max. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Phew. Okay, cool. Got that one. Awesome.
And this is the last one. Reset. Go. Oh my gosh. Article.
The
Something to do with soccer, I'm thinking.
18 area.
No. Oh my goodness. I'm not a soccer fan, so I cannot describe this. But all the teams make up the
League. The English Premier League.
the
Barclays
Premier League. Yes, cool. There we
Hey,
go.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool. Part 2. Now, the process of acting. You already said that you don't have an actor's process, and you hope to find it. But I just want to know, or not, yes. I just want to know, are you a more performative or a reflective actor? So do you just take the material and create the world of the character based on that, or do you take some of your own experiences, add onto that?
Both. I think both, for me personally, they are important because, and I tell this sometimes when I'm directing some actors and, we can't get to a certain point. What's nice about being human is that we feel all the same emotions.
Yes.
What makes us different is what triggers those emotions.
Yeah.
So I try to bring both worlds into it, just to try and make it as authentic as possible. But, every now and then you have a character so far away from you that you're like, ooh, how do I get there? And so, like, the world in which you build that character, that will help a lot.
And now, which character from the ones that you've played did you really have to go?
So there was a show that I'd done, Strike Back. I played a Sudanese boy, and only spoke Arabic, which is really, really cool. But, just this character being from South Sudan in this particular area, I didn't know anything about Sudan.
Yeah.
I didn't know the language of Arabic as well, and just what that character had gone through. I had never experienced anything as close to that as possible. So with that, like, I had a really, really dope director, Alex, who was able to explain that world to me. And, like, we found some links between Sudan and South Africa, which was really cool. And then also my dialect coach, Professor, still to this day, don't know his name. His name is Professor. He was doing his PhD in mathematics in Cape Town. And, like, as we would learn the language, that also helped find the characters a lot. He was really, really cool because he was also from South Sudan. So I picked up a lot from him.
And is your tongue quite good with languages?
I can learn quite a few languages phonetically.
Okay.
Like, and I think having done Arabic, I think that was also a cheat code because I used places in my voice that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. And with learning a new language or an accent, does the accent come first, or should you get the foundation of the language first?
I like to do the accent first.
Yeah. And you're very good with accents.
Depends who's listening.
Yeah.
I like to think so. But I do like to do the accent while I'm learning it first because I kind of cut through a lot, because accents do determine a lot of things, and it's a cheat code to getting the actual sounds of it, which is dope. And yeah, I would like to do a lot more characters that
like that,
foreign accents, foreign languages, because it's easier to build a character outside yourself.
Yes,
those type of things.
Yes.
For sure.
And how many languages and accents can you do?
So I speak English and Zulu. Accents, I could do an American accent, do an English accent. Done Kenyan before, Ugandan. Every now and then I can do an Australian accent.
That's the most difficult to me to learn.
The Australian accent.
I really can't. Sometimes I'll get started and then it'll go either American or British. I can't find the balance between.
Like, one of the funny things with the Australian accent is, those girls that talk like this? That twanginess?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll start there and then eventually I'll get to the Australian.
One of my favorite YouTubers actually speaks exactly like that. But I just want to know, everyone has a journey to self-discovery. And I'm sure you've had that.
Still on it.
Yes. As an actor, what is the process to self-discovery within this world of acting?
I think for me personally, that would just be the self-discovery of yourself. 100%. Like, I remember speaking to Munyin Lee, may she rest in peace, amazing woman. And she said, I was like, when I was younger, I was like, I want to get an acting coach. And she was like, no.
Oh.
Yeah, it was funny, right?
Yeah.
She was just like, watch movies, read books, and live life. So I think the more life that I live, the more people that I speak to, I think that is the best way to self-discover myself as an actor and as a person.
Alan Rickman said that this was before.
He did too.
Yeah, so it's like young people just need to stop being so concerned about, oh, I need to get my career started out, but just go and live life, because that'll inform all your future choices as an actor.
Because even like I just came back from a trip now.
Yeah.
Just kind of just went by myself, got lost in the world.
And I'm sure you picked up a whole lot of things.
Bro.
That one day we'll be watching on the screens, we're like, okay.
Yeah. You know, just finding yourself in, just like at a table with a whole bunch of people from different parts of the world who've lived completely different lives, and then just chatting and chopping it up. And then you come to realize that, hey, man, even though we live on opposite ends of the world and things of that nature, we're the same.
Yeah. They all have things in common.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And now, what's the most bizarre thing you've done to get into character? Where after you played the role and you shot the film or the TV show, you're just like, wow, that was quite scary or crazy. I'll never do that again.
I don't know about never do it again, though. But there was a particular character that I was playing that was going through quite a lot. And the energy of the character was very drained. And at that particular point in my life, I was very energetic. I was ready to go, gun-ho. Yeah. So I just didn't sleep for a little bit. And that kind of helped.
And how long?
So like...
How many days consecutively?
No. Like just like one day, but it was at the end of the day, that particular shoot. So, because, you know, when you don't sleep, you get tired and then you get a second wind and then you're wide awake and then you crash. So I was lucky that the crash came like in time for the scene. And then, you know, I was like very out of it.
Read well on screen?
Who am I to say, sir?
No one had a problem after shooting.
And then afterwards went straight to bed.
And now let's talk about Gomorrah.
Yeah, sure.
What were your expectations going in? Because the character and the show brought a new attention to you. And so did you expect that going in before the show aired?
Yeah, so like I have said this a couple of times, but I knew Gomorrah was going to be a success. Just from the production company that we were with, the people and the cast, the crew and everything. I was like, yeah, nah, dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. And because of that, I kind of like, you know, put two and two together. I was like, okay, cool. Things might change.
And your character became someone who a lot of people liked. And then when he left, which was very sad. I remember crying when I watched that. I did. Because I liked Langa so very much. And you explained that they needed to kill off a character who had many emotional connections to everyone. But if you had the control over the characters you play, would that have been I don't want to say perfect, but would that have been the way for Langa to go out?
Yeah, I think so. Like, really? I don't know. It was just like, it was dramatic, dude.
Yeah.
You know, dramatic as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it was really dope. It's like one of the things that I didn't expect though, before shooting Gomorrah, was how loved the character was gonna. Yeah, that I did not expect, and like still to this day, I'm like, jeez. Yeah. People really love that nigga.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You know. But yeah, I think he went out in a very dramatic fashion. People mourned him. So did I. Actually, like, one thing that was kind of weird. So I'd come back. I was in Cape Town once I'd wrapped, but for the funeral scene, I came back because I needed to do like a scene or two there. And just watching like the actors bury the character, I shed a tear.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
And can you talk more to that process where the days where Langa landed in hospital and everyone was saying their goodbyes to that final? Well, I think the final scene was you and Tembi Siete, where she was just looking at you saying, I'm sorry, and she was in tears, and then everyone started crying. So what was going through your mind while shooting that?
So from the point that I knew that the character was gonna die, I kind of switched gears and went into a sprint, because telenovelas are very long, they're marathons, and like you kind of need to gauge your energy in certain ways. So from that point, I was like, okay, cool. we're going 100% all the time because there's a finish line.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. Like the last scene that I did, excluding the funeral scene, was me in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I literally slept
Did you?
the whole day.
While everyone was acting around you.
I was like proper asleep.
Yeah.
Like I woke up in the middle of the scene and thank goodness, like I caught myself. I didn't open my eyes like, who the hell is that? And I'm like, oh no, I'm in the scene. I'm at work.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any role that you did say that you've auditioned many times and you didn't get it, but is there one that you really, really, really wanted and then you didn't get it, and then you saw the choice that they went with, and you're like, no, I know I could have done a better job than this?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, no, don't say but and what is it about that what did you see from that actor that you know you could have done better?
Oh no, that's just I'm a bit competitive at times. No, so it's not that they did something or didn't do something. It's just me. Like
you would have went the extra mile.
I'm just like I just would have done it better. I guess that was just the ego, but I did enjoy their performance though, like 100%.
And then what's the line between being confident in your work and being arrogant? Because you said now you know you're competitive, but does it ever get to a point where like, oh, Siya Xaba is actually very arrogant about what he does?
I don't know, man. Like I think where for me personally, like when you step into the line of arrogance is when you stop listening and you stop trying to improve. If you're just shutting it down just for the sake of I know I'm right, and not listening to advice and things of that nature, and then you're being arrogant. But there are I think confidence comes when you can get critique, take it in, and then be able to improve yourself, like,
and learn from that.
Yeah, you know, when somebody says, hey, you're not doing it right, and you say, no, fuck you, I think that's arrogance. But to listen and be open and be able to say, okay, maybe I was wrong, that's confidence within yourself because you know you can do it better.
Okay.
I would say.
And then, is there any role that you know many people want you to play, but you don't think you could ever play that particular kind of role?
I don't know.
Or is there any
I don't know what roles people want me to play.
Have you never heard that? Oh, I think you would be good doing this.
I have.
And then you're like, I don't see it for myself.
It's kind of like, I hear that and I'm like,
okay. Maybe. It's not up to me.
Yeah.
If the role comes, it comes.
If the role comes, it comes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And now we're going to go back to our game quickly.
Oh, hey.
And I'm going to continue to embarrass myself. I think you can go for this one.
Okay, go. I just need to explain things better.
Go.
Okay. It was a very popular show on SABC3.
Easy Dingo. Yeah, that was my favorite show, actually. I wanted to be on it for so long. My turn. It's a clothing store. I'm actually wearing
H&M.
No.
Cotton On.
No.
Mr. Price.
No, I think just go.
Jet. Ackermans.
No.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Give me their tagline, their slogan. Edgar's.
No, they mostly have things for men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Country Road.
No. Oh my gosh, I can't even do.
Pringle.
The letter before N.
M.
Yeah.
Moschino.
No, it starts with a time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Your turn.
I should have gotten that one.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Yep.
Article.
The
not Mr.
Mrs.
The one before Mrs.
Miss.
Thank you. Our country.
Oh, Miss South Africa. The Miss South Africa pageant.
No, we're getting there, but yeah.
The Miss South Africa.
And then you have a group of people. We call that Anne. Sorry, we call that Anne.
And what?
Jeez, I am bad at explaining. Jesus.
Okay. Oh yeah, time.
Shit. The Miss SA organization. Wait, hold up. Did you write these things
No,
down?
I didn't. It's a friend of mine, and that's why I said Miss South Africa, because he's a huge fan of of pageants.
Because I was about to say, like, if you wrote these things down, like,
No.
like...
I don't know them, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my turn. He's a famous DJ.
Euphonic.
No,
Black
he's
Coffee.
American. No, he's known in America. He's done collaborations with Nicki Minaj. Turn Me On. Make me come alive.
Turn me on. Calvin Harris.
No, the other one.
Shit.
You can say
Avicii.
No, I'm about to. Oh my gosh.
DJ Khaled.
No. He has long hair. Come on.
Steve Aoki.
Gone. No, David Guetta.
David Guetta. And I used to be a big David Guetta fan.
Yeah.
Jeez, he made one of my favorite EDM songs, Toy Story.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's from his first album.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Great. Okay, great.
I've lost count of the points, but it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, for fun,
Let's start.
right?
Yeah.
But it would be nice to know who's winning. It's an energy drink.
Monster.
Nope.
Powerade.
The other one.
Energy. Oh, okay, cool.
That's not.
But you said energy drink.
Ah.
So yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I think let's go for another one.
Okay, cool.
You literally just said his name.
Avicii.
He's a musician. Dreads, sunglasses, because
Steve Aoki.
he can't see.
Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
Like,
I feel so bad.
I've said his name. I was like,
I heard you say his name. I heard Stevie. That's why.
I said Steve Aoki.
Oh no.
Okay. Cool.
One more.
Okay, go. Oh yeah. Chill. It's the best drink in South Africa. It's you mix it with water.
Tea.
They made an advert.
Oh, Oros. Okay. Cool.
It is the best.
It is.
Oros.
Yeah.
By the way, Oros, if you're listening to this, bro, I wouldn't mind. Like, I really, really like Oros, bro.
Yeah.
A lot.
Manifesting that.
Hey, bruv. Hit me up.
The last section now. We're talking about you as a director.
Yes.
And before we started filming, I asked you, do you refer to yourself as aspiring or just as a director who's growing?
So,
and you said you have a story.
Yeah, with the aspiring thing. So every now and then, like, sometimes you walk through life and you're waiting to hear something, but you don't know what it is and you don't know how it's going to be phrased. But once you hear it, you're like, oh shit, I've been waiting to hear this for a while. So a month before I shot my first short film, I was on set for Blood Psalms, just visiting, hanging out. And Zolisa had introduced me to Jamil. Like, this is Siya. He's a young actor and an aspiring director. And Jamil looked at me and he was just like, stop aspiring.
Oh.
And I was like, I've been waiting to hear that. You know what I mean? So with whatever I do, like even now, I'm into photography and I love photography.
Yeah.
I don't say aspiring. I just say I am
a photographer.
I am a photographer. I am a director. I am.
And now, you said your first short film are you talking about Carrots?
Yeah.
So can you talk to your process as a director now to creating the story before, and then getting CC and everyone else involved with that film to it getting on Showmax?
Cool. So, I was doing a communications degree through NISA, and I was bored, so I dropped out. Okay. I just didn't feel good doing it. I got no benefit from it at all. So I dropped out and was like, okay, cool. I'm going to make a movie, right? And I was watching Chungking Express by One Car Wise, one of my favorite. And once I finished watching the movie, the idea came into my head. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool. And I kind of wrote the script out very quickly. It was one of those ones. Every now and then you can just write the whole thing. Yeah. But I learned very quickly. It's
not
like
always
that.
like that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And from that point, I'd given it to a couple of people that I respect to read it. And they were like, hey, man, I think you should do something about this. I was like, oh, okay, great. And one of the catalysts to actually get it done after that conversation with Jamil was I'd called Lemachang.
Okay.
Like, hey, bro, how's it going? Just to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh yeah, bro. And by the way, like, how's the thing coming along? How's the directing thing coming along? And I was like, actually, bro, like, I kind of have the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of told it to him over the phone. He was like, dude, I'll be down to do it.
Yeah.
I'm around for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get it together, I'll
Let's
do
do it. Yeah.
I was like, shit,
Mm.
great.
Yeah.
And so, I kind of picked it up, spoke to Lavirani Mudao. I was like, yo, bro, would you mind shooting this? And he was like, the champion, of course.
Yeah.
I was like, great. And I'd been looking, like, with Cece, it was weird because I'd been looking around for the character of Faye, who's going to play Faye. And I had gone, like, it was searched hell and high water, called everybody, heard no 1,000 times, which is great. And then it was like a couple of days before shooting, and like me and Cece were just hanging out in the green room, and I was just like,
Why didn't I think of you?
I was just like, hey, like,
Yeah.
it's been right in front of me the whole time. I was like, would you be down? And she was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we shot it in a day. That was amazing because, like, I don't think in words, I think in pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I kind of, like, had this whole thing in my head for a while.
Yeah.
And then we started to edit it, and then we graded it, especially once it got graded.
Yes.
I was like, oh, shit, this thing was in my head
Yeah.
not so long ago.
Yeah. And now
I'm
here it
watching
is.
it. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially, like, and I think a lot of filmmakers say this, like, when you hear the actors say the words for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And from that, one can see that you planned everything to the last detail. But can you talk to any things that were improvised, that were not part of the script, or you just had to go with something else because something wasn't working out?
So in that sense, I think, like, just some of the dialogue, because, you give it to actors and then they put it in their brain and then it comes out. It's just like, oh yeah, no, you just said it a lot better than I could write it. So I let those type of things happen organically. Lavirani sometimes would suggest, hey man, I think we should rather get it from here than from here. Yeah. And we sit down, we think about it, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm always open to those things, even though I do plan 100%. But it's always nice to get something that you never expected. But one of the biggest changes was the grade. I didn't know I wanted to change the grade, but I was watching it and I was like, I think I want to change.
Yeah.
At this particular point in time. And also I gave it to one of my close friends, Siya Xaba. He's the director. And he was just like, hey, dude, why don't you just slap directed by Siya Xaba right in the middle? I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
So little things came here and there afterwards, for sure.
No, I first saw it, I think it was on Prime Video.
What?
Or the film itself.
Showmax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw it before it
YouTube.
was on. Yes, right. I think that was on YouTube. So how was it getting it onto Showmax?
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, just the process of, licensing work, and just seeing the back end of how you deliver things. I thought it was just going to be like, oh yeah, let me just send you the thing and it's done.
Oh, it's a process.
It's a process. But I was very, very thankful that I had people that I could call and that could guide me through the process, and just
done it before.
Who have done it multiple times. Shout out to Nick Costeris. So I guess in that sense, it was really good. It was very educational. Yeah. More than anything. Yeah.
Continuing the chat on you as a director.
Yeah.
You've worked since you started working, and now you've worked with many directors, both locally and internationally. And what have you picked up about directing from all those directors that you've worked on? And you were on The Crown.
Yeah.
You worked with Stephen.
Yeah, Mr. Dawdry.
Yeah. How was that process, and what were you able to take away from him and other directors as well?
So, with Stephen Dawdry, what was really cool about The Crown was I was only meant to be there for like 2-3 days, right? And I was on B unit, right? And on my last day, Steven comes down with the first assistant director, and he was like, "Hey, dude, I've been watching some of your rushes. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I
Yeah.
wanna stay."
Yeah.
And I get a call every day saying, "Hey, do you want to come onto set?" I'm like, hell yeah, I never said no.
Yeah.
Obviously, and would get there, and he'd be like, "Okay, cool. Here's the scene." Sitting there with Claire and Matt, and they were like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What I want to do?" They're like, "What do you want to do?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, maybe I can do this."
Yeah.
And so like for like another like a week or so, we ended up like building this storyline that had nothing to do with the script,
Yeah.
and just being open to it. But it all got cut off on the chopping block, which is fine. Kind of sad, but
Yeah.
one of those things out of your control.
Yeah.
But with Steven, like what I saw from him is that he has an idea and he has a vision, but he trusts the people that he works with, to bring it to life. So he's not micromanaging everything, but also when you got great actors like that and great crew, it does become a lot easier to trust, I guess. So I think that's the one thing with the directors that I've worked with that I really do respect, is that they have a very clear idea of what they want, but how they get there, they're open to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, because I'm a fan, I just want to know, how was it working with Claire Foy?
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing. No, they're geniuses.
No, they are. And
Yeah.
Matt Smith. And then Matt Smith completely transformed when he stepped into House of the Dragon.
I still need to watch it.
Yeah, I need to finish it. I watched the first 3 episodes, but the hurt from Game of Thrones is still there.
Yeah.
And now I just want to know, how does it feel working behind the camera more as a director as opposed to being the actor now?
Oh, same feeling.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's one of the best things that happened when we were shooting characters. I got the same feeling that I got when I stepped onto set for the first time as an actor. I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of thinking, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Same, but different. But the feeling is still the same. I love it. Yeah.
And what can you say are the differences from directors that you've worked with here in South Africa or in Africa and internationally?
No, I guess like, dude, not much. I guess it's the same with everybody. It's just different people are different people, so they work differently.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much of a difference between international and local.
Yeah.
It's just who you are. That's kind of how I judge it. Like, who you are as a person, that's what makes you a particular director. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd say that. Yeah.
Cool. And then, do you see yourself transitioning fully into being a director, or will you still want to grow yourself as an actor?
I just want to be around, bro.
Yeah, doing both for as long as you
Who
can.
knows, man? I might even just jump in and be cinematographer at some point.
Yeah.
I might just start editing at some point.
Yeah.
I enjoy all facets of it. Like even now, I've been doing a lot more cinematographer work, like just for myself, just because I think cameras are magic.
Yes.
Like it makes no sense.
And so, do you learn by doing, or do you like
doing?
Oh, you don't take like classes?
I'm a practical learner.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I'd rather you just give me the thing, let me do it, let me fail, but like, just give me like some time though. But I'll come back and I'll be like, all right, cool.
Okay. Now let's wrap up our game quickly. Yeah, you can go. Sorry.
It is a South American country. When you eat something and it is.
It's hot. It's chilly.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's go. It's not Coke. It's
Sprite.
No.
Fanta.
The other one.
Pepsi.
Yeah. Pepsi.
Cola.
No. If it's not dark, it's
Pepsi Light.
yes.
Okay, great.
Cool.
I didn't even know there was Pepsi Light.
I didn't.
We don't drink Pepsi, by the way. Cool. Okay. Wait. It's a movie about a fish who's lost his father. With Dory. Come on, man.
I want to say Finding Nemo.
Yes.
Oh. Cool. The last one. And I think it's the kind of car that you have.
Suzuki.
Oh no. And then it's like a diamond shaped.
Chevrolet.
No. The brand.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
Oh my goodness.
I should know cars.
I don't know cars myself.
Yeah, same.
And a quid. What's a quid? Part of Renault. Yeah, I think a quid is a Renault.
I don't know.
I think it is. One of my friends has a quid, so I hope it is.
Those cars scare me.
Otherwise, I just embarrass myself. But I think it's safe to say that you won. No, you definitely won.
But like, this is the thing, though. It's a team thing. Like, if I'm not able to explain it to you, and then I'm kind of putting you at a disadvantage.
Okay.
And vice versa. So next time we'll get some people involved.
Yes.
And then it will be a proper competition.
Last question. Anything that we can expect from you, either both as you, the actor, and a director?
So later on this year, there will be a movie coming out called The Drop that we finished in March. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But yeah, The Drop is gonna be really, really cool. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really cool. I'm excited for that one. And I've got 2 short films coming out: Bury the Hatchet and Divulgence, where they will be released. Stay tuned and we'll let you know.
Find out.
Yeah.
And can you talk to the character that you're going to play that you're playing in the film?
I think I'll keep that one.
Okay, cool.
I'll have to come.
Just
back.
Stay tuned. You'll see it.
Yeah. I'll come back though.
Yes. We would love to have you back. Siya, that's episode 4.
Oh
yeah. This comes out in August. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Everyone watching, thank you so much. Please continue to support the channel. If you're listening to this as a podcast, keep on doing that. Share it, like it, share it with a friend or two because it's amazing for you. And please come back when we have another episode. And yeah, remember to use the hashtag #YouAreConnected. Bye-bye.
So I hope you've enjoyed the interview. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Creative Connect.